Welcome back, boys and girls. The best car wax. Does the best car wax actually exist? Well, that depends. What do you mean by best? I'm going to show you not only what I think is the best car wax, why I think it's the best car wax. What I also want to do is show you why waxing your car can instantly become a landfill full of landmines because of so many materials that your car is made with. So it's one thing to deal with the paint, which is typically what we associate car wax with, is I want to wax my paint for protection and visual enhancement. But as you start doing that, you start running into other materials that is going to perplex many beginners. It's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm trying to wax my paint, but now I've got this black piece here. I'm not sure, do I wax that or do I not wax it? And then right here, there's this rubber gasket. So what I want to do is, my simple answer is, this is my go-to wax. Whenever anyone asks me, Darren, what is the best car wax? I don't tell them this wax. I just tell them this statement. The best wax in my world, and likely in your world, is the wax that you're going to be willing to put on your car more often rather than less often. Because you can do all the research you want. You can spend all the money you're willing to spend on the best car wax in the world, but if the user experience is so miserable or time consuming, or you have to worry about staining other materials, now your willingness to wax your car more frequently moving forward is going to be a problem. So this is one of the many reasons why I consider this the best car wax, because it's such a user-friendly experience. I'm willing to wax my car so much more frequently than traditional waxes of the past. So let me illustrate the problem that many of you will be facing when it comes time to waxing your car. And this might be your first rodeo. And if it is, it's really going to present a problematic situation when you go to, in fact, wax your car. Here we have the rear quarter panel on my car. We've got the paint, that's obvious. We've got this black trim. What is this black trim? Is it plastic? Is it metal? Is it painted? Is it molded in black plastic? Who knows? The point is, gee, do I wax it? I'm pretty sure I don't want it to degrade on me and to start fading, so I need to do something to it. And then immediately it goes into this rubber gasket that holds the window in. So we've got paint, a form of black plastic trim, and then we've got a rubber gasket. Then, last but not least, we've got the window itself. But fear not, for here we have the Q7 wax, perfectly suitable for all these materials. I will add this, I do not spray it directly on the glass, but I can in fact finish glass with it. So, based on you and your world, there's many ways you can apply this. The simple approach is you spray it onto the paint. Now, if you accept that it's safe for all these materials, not only safe but beneficial, then you likely will not mind spraying it. What I tell beginners when I'm training them though is, do not spray liquids. As a rule, that's the rule. I constantly break the rules, but that's a rule. Why? Because the liquids will get in areas that you may not be able to get with your cloth, that are going to show up later. And now if you can't get them with your cloth to either remove them or wipe them in, it may bother you. And it may be a problem, especially if you're a professional detailer and you have a very critical customer. But nonetheless, do what works in your world. In this moment, obviously I sprayed it. I wiped it in, but now I'm going to deliberately treat the paint, the black plastic trim, and the rubber gasket with my cloth initially. And I'm going to go around the entire car, and I'm going to show you other areas that are problematic areas. Then when I'm finished, if I wanted to and didn't want to use a dedicated glass cleaner, I can simply take my cloth that is more wet on one side with the wax. I can finish the windows with it. So I simply wipe them down. Now if this side over here is not dry enough, because I want for the windows a very dry cloth, I'm simply going to switch out the cloth and finish taking off that haze of the wax itself. But once again, in this moment, I'm just trying to illustrate the versatility of this wax, which leads back to my original point of the best wax in the world to me is the wax that you're willing to use more often, not less often. Let me introduce you to yet another problematic area. Here we have the A-pillar of the car. Now you'll notice as we span out, we immediately have this hard plastic type of trim piece immediately next to it. Then we have the glass. Over here, we have a shiny plastic trim piece. Right inside here, we've got a rubber door gasket, which then transitions into a hard side mirror piece, which then transitions into carbon fiber material. So if you're a beginner and you don't understand the nuances or the essence of these materials, it will be perplexing to you. It's like, oh, Darren, I want to wax my car, but I got to make sure I don't get the wax on this. I got to make sure I don't get it on that. But yet I want to treat that. I want to protect it. What do I do? And what about carbon fiber? Can I wax carbon fiber? And what about this trim piece? Can I wax that? Or what is the best wax for that versus the best wax for my white paint? Or the best wax for carbon fiber, or this hard plastic trim, or this rubber gasket? Once again, see how this ripple effect can bleed into this endless minefield of booby traps waiting to go off if you're a beginner and you don't understand this. So the ultra simple answer is this, that every one of these materials represents a form of plastic. Why? Because they're either made out of plastic like this, or they're a combination of plastic and rubber type of composition like the rubber gasket here. The point is that this is a non-staining formulation. It is made for the clear coat on your car, which, to clarify yet again, the clear coat is a form of plastic at a rudimentary level. You don't have to overthink the chemistry, you just have to understand the basic chemistry behind it, which is a form of plastic. So if this will protect and enhance your car paint, which has been coated with a clear coating, a form of plastic, and now it's butted up right next to another type of plastic, and carbon fiber is clear coated just like your car paint is, if it in fact comes from the factory. Now I accept that there are aftermarket carbon fiber pieces that are not clear coated. That's a unique situation. But from the factory, because this is a factory upgrade, I know that it is in fact clear coated. This is a plastic trim piece that has been molded in black, but it's still plastic. Carbon fiber, plastic, rubber, plastic, paint with clear coat, plastic or a type of plastic yet again, clear coated up here, plastic here. Once again, what is the best wax in the world? It's the wax that you're going to be willing to use more often than not. Why are you going to be willing to use it? One, because it delivers a great user experience. B, it's made of quality ingredients. This is that winning combination. So while you may not want to spray directly on this, because as a rule I don't spray it directly onto glass, it doesn't mean it's going to hurt it. It's just that either I have to finish it with the wax, which is possible, or I have to clean it off before I clean my windows. So in situations like this, I'm going to spray the cloth itself, and I'm going to wipe it like this, and I'm going to pay special attention to these trim pieces because I in fact want them deliberately coated with wax, just like I'm coating the car paint. So I can take it and I can wax everything in this one little moment of the car. Everything's getting treated, everything's getting protected, everything's getting conditioned. You can call it whatever you want. The cool thing is that I don't have to dissect my car now and pick 4 different dedicated products, special car wax, a special black trim, restoration or maintenance product, a dressing maybe you could call it. I don't have to pick a special black molded trim product, which I'm sure they make. I don't have to pick a special wax just for carbon fiber, which I'm sure they make. So you get the point. It's super simple, which is the ideology behind this company and the formulator, which is keep it simple, KISS. So here we are. I've applied the wax, I flip the cloth over, I buff it off, and now bam, this is as I want it. Shinier, protected, I'm good to go. And in closing, since once again I'm asked so frequently, hey Darren, should I put wax or can I wax my either headlights or my taillights? Well, what are they made out of? Plastic. So the simple answer is yes, you do want to wax them. The same reason you want to wax anything else on your car, protection, visual enhancement. And the simple answer is yes, you absolutely can wax it. Absolutely will it be beneficial to your tail light, your tail lenses, your headlights. Here we have a carbon fiber wing spoiler. You can call it whatever you want. So once again, versatility, user experience. This is why it's my winning formulation. I will end there. Always check the links below. In conclusion, what is the best wax? Well, it's going to be the wax that you are willing to use more often than not. For me, this represents the winning combination. My goal was to illustrate why I consider it the winning combination. Maybe you'll embrace it, maybe not. But if nothing else, hopefully you've learned a little something along the way. And until next time, I will see you on the next video.